A warm welcome to today's African Day 2025. Dear Principal Secretary Rosalind Jogu, thank you very much for joining us today in Vienna. Dear Minister Martin Kocher, thank you very much for joining us today. And of course, Elliot, it's great to see you again, and I'm looking much, Juliet, I'm very much looking forward to your keynote speech. So, dear Excellencies, dear ladies and gentlemen, I was looking very much forward to today's African Day 2025 because, as you know, we have not easy times in Austria. We have tough government negotiations, so we are all in need of positive energy, and this is what African Day can provide us with. This positive energy is what I experienced at the African Tech Festival in South Africa in November, and this positive energy is what experienced a lot of official delegations through the last 2 years. No matter if we talk about our Chancellor Karl Nehammer at that time with his visits to Morocco, Angola, Ghana, and Egypt, to the delegations heading by Martin Kocher to Tanzania and Kenya, I was part of as well, and our Foreign Minister Alexander Schallenberg to Senegal, South Africa, and he recently opened up an embassy in Ghana. So you see there are a lot of activities officials on the Austrian officials on the African continent are doing, but it's not only about visits, it's about real potential, and this is what African Day 2025 is all about. Austrian companies are already really successful on the African continent, no matter if you talk about hydro power stations, for example, in Tanzania with Andritz, if you talk about air traffic systems with Frequentis, or if you talk about, of course, about our healthcare infrastructure provider, VAMED and AMA, or I saw a board member of Rosenbauer, so firework and fire engine is one of the things we can offer as well for Africa, and quality made in Austria is highly demanded. But we are here today as well, not about to talk about the past, but to talk about the future. And as you heard already, the African potential has no limit. Why is that so? Because from my point of view, there is no limit on diversity on the African continent. We are talking about 54 countries, really diverse countries, but what they managed the last years much faster than the European Union, who negotiates free trade agreements over decades to establish a free trade area with high potential for Austria, because it's much easier with this free trade agreement to do business on this diverse country. We are talking about as well about independence potential, because we are all keen on resilience and less dependency on China, and there Africa has a lot to offer as well with its crucial raw material reserves. So a real potential as strategic partner for the European Union as well as for Austria. And what fascinates me most through my recent visits to this beautiful continent is the highly motivated and talented people. You really feel the energy, they are eager on doing business, they are eager on succeeding with their business, and they are highly talented people who really want to work as well. So all these potentials came into figures in the last years as well. We increased our exports to the African continent by 20%, and we see even potential to even double our exports in the near future. Because Austrian companies, this is what you know, have a lot to offer, and no matter if we talk about the fast-growing population, where urbanization is going to take place, and you need industrial revolution, you need rising infrastructure, there is a huge need on infrastructure demand, you need energy transition. It's about European energy transition, but of course as well about African energy transition, and there is a lot of digitalization opportunities as well, what I experienced especially at the African Tech Festival. What we know as well about Africa, we are talking about not a sprint, but we are talking about a marathon. And for this marathon, you need energy. This is what we have for sure. And you need training and expertise to succeed in Africa. And that's one of the reasons why we invited Eliud Kipchoge, who is afterwards has a video message for us. A famous marathon runner, Martin Kocher, as motivated runner, knows him for sure. And we are really keen on learning what training is necessary for this marathon. And the second part you need for a successful marathon is energy. And this energy is what we try to provide you for at the African Day today. So use the possibilities we offer with our commercial chancellors who all flew in from Africa for your advice and service. Use the possibility on Mingle and meet new people. And of course, it might not be a sprint for fast business, the African continent, but it's for sure a marathon with sustainable business. So with that, take these opportunities, and we are at your service all over the world. And for Advantage Austria, be sure every day is African Day, and we are at your service. Thank you very much.